Welcome back to Newark, everyone. Jeff Skorup with Michael Augsberger. It's great to have you with us for Westchester hockey. The Rams take on the Blue Hens of Delaware. John Kelly and Brandon Colgan are the goaltenders for Westchester, and Colgan, and he split the series at IUP last weekend. In the first game, he faced 41 shots, Colgan did, and stopped all but 2. Well under his 2-year goals against average of 4.5. But his counterpart pitched a shutout in the 2-0 Rams loss. It's Colgan who gets the start tonight for the Rams. The Hens have 2 experienced 5'11 netminders on the payroll. Tonight, it's Chris Ponticello, the New Yorker, who racked up half the minutes of his counterpart last year, but also allowed fewer than 3 goals per game. And we are underway here in Newark, Delaware, between Westchester and Delaware for the 3rd game of the season for the Rams, and opening night here on Main Street for the Blue Hens. Westchester immediately gets the puck deep into the Delaware zone, and it's back out here to the defense and sent up the ice, intercepted by the Blue Hens. Here comes Pierce Lamberton, local product. He's racing it on the right side, centers it in front for Mazzella. His shot is deflected wide into the right side corner. Back out to Zidansik, who is the captain for Delaware. He's skating back in his own zone. Wrapped around to the near side, past the captain and outside the zone. Sent right back in there. And then dumped in by Delaware. This will be icing if the Rams get to it first, and they do for the first stoppage of play, 19:08. No score in the first period. Of course, Delaware won't be able to change here. Westchester opting to keep the same skaters on the ice as well. Face-off near side circle in the Delaware zone. Delaware skating from left to right. They're in the away blues tonight. We'll get to that story in just a second. Westchester wearing white. The shot came in from the point. It's blocked in front and sent to the corner. And now Delaware dumps it in. It's Lamberton who plays it into the near corner. It's backed up there by the goaltender Colgan. Sent back out into the neutral zone. Along the red line it trickles. Forehanded into the zone. Wrapped around far side to near. Picked up in the corner by Delaware. Kept in the zone by Westchester. And then sent back into the corner. They backhanded all the way around. And keeping it in the zone there, Westchester for a second at the half boards. On the far side, the centering pass is broken up in front. Delaware gets to it first, and then sent back in behind the goal. At the blue line, good saucer pass, cross ice, and then skating in on zone. The shot came in, pad save made by Colgan. His pass out front was intercepted for a second, and then a long pass ahead. It skips over the stick, and then shoved off the puck. Up to center ice it comes. Westchester wins the 50-50 puck there. They send it into the Delaware zone, where it's forehanded up and then stopped again at the near side. Center circle. Overskating the puck for a second there. And then the shot, forehand deflected wide. Behind the goal. Centering pass, and now back to the point. Forehand shot comes in. It's saved and sent away. At the far side boards. Here's Delaware. Now in their own zone. A long breakout pass. And it's sent back into Westchester zone. Colgan thought it would be icing, but it's not. And so the Rams have it here near side. They get it up out of the zone. Backhanded in on the goalie, where it sticks down and frozen for a face-off with 17:09 to play, with still no score in the first.
Yeah, play is pretty even so far here tonight, Mike. Both teams just a bit back and forth. Not much sustained pressure in the offensive zone by either squad. They're kind of just settling into the game here. We'll see how it goes.
Just settling into the season too, you think?
Correct, yeah. It's only the 3rd game of the year, so they're probably still feeling out. Oh, there's a
big shot off the face-off. It was patted away there by the Delaware goaltender. And now back here on the far side. We're in the Gold Arena tonight because the Fred Rush Ice Arena was booked with another game. And now on the far side, inside the Delaware zone. In the corner, looking for a centering pass. They do center it. Colgan gets his stick to it as it was crossing his crease, and he freezes the puck by closing over it with the glove. Still no score with 16:38 to play here in the first period in Newark. Westchester and Delaware both make changes for this face-off to Colgan's right, inside his own zone. Westchester wins the draw. They have it there in the circle. It's Tom Cole with it. Cole finally gets back to it. O'Brien with the pass up to Cole. It goes under his stick. And now they get it in the zone. Delaware comes out with it behind their net. A good one-touch pass up ahead, up the left side, but it skirts away. And here's Westchester with it. And the long locks of the defenseman. Back to O'Brien on the near side. They skip it over to the far side. And now in the neutral zone, trying to gain the Delaware zone. Offside is Tom Cole as the pass came in on the slap pass from the red line. He's called for offside with 16 flat left to play in the first period.
One thing Delaware's doing very well so far is they're kind of clogging up Westchester in the neutral zone and right at the blue line. Westchester hasn't had many clear and clean zone entries so far, and Delaware's also doing a good job of getting it right back out of their zone, once it gets in there. So we'll see how that progresses as the game goes on. Look for Westchester they need to sharpen up their passing a little bit here.
Face off to Colgan's right, inside his zone in the circle, won by Westchester in the corner. Skating up ice with it here are the Rams. They send it into the zone. Into the far corner, back behind the goal now. And now near side half boards. Good breakout from Delaware across the blue line. And now near side, across center ice. The right-handed shot comes in glove down by Colgan nonchalantly. And there are 15 minutes and 37 seconds to play here in the first period. Westchester split their first two games of the season at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. They were blanked in their first game, 2-0, but they came back and scored 5 goals in the second game to win 5-2. Face-off won by Delaware, kept in the zone, far side. They wrap it around near side. Here's Horacek, the Westchester captain. He flips it out of the zone. They have to be careful because of the low ceiling here, but in the low ceiling there's a high stick. And Westchester is called for that. And we have a stoppage in play.
Westchester got a bit lucky there. They actually won that face-off. They were trying to bring it around back behind the net. The defenseman lost it, and Delaware had 3 men unmarked in front of the net. They were lucky to get away from that with not even a shot attempt.
Hollingshead wins the draw, gets it to Horacek, and now back to him at center. And it's off the boards and into the ceiling that probably is only 20 feet above the surface here. And that's going to be a factor this evening as the players are used to playing over at Fred Rust or at Iceline. Face off to Colgan's left. Again, Westchester skating from right to left here. At the Gold Arena, they're wearing the home whites because Delaware's whites are somewhere in Florida. Lost, and a turnover inside the Westchester zone. The shot is flipped over the goal and into the near side corner. A good chance there missed by Delaware as Colgan had shut down the angle. Pass up from Yaller. And now here, left side, it's the new man, Kabuchka. Yaller sends it back in. Westchester needs a change. And Delaware now has it in possession with 14:40 to play in the first. Still no score. Westchester with a good turnover. But we have a stoppage here as it looks like a penalty coming up, a trip. Mr. Smiley is the referee this evening. And he has sent a Westchester player to the box.
That's not a penalty that the coach is going to be very happy with. That was a trip of a Delaware defenseman at the blue line in the offensive zone. Westchester had the puck, was possessing it, going towards the net. That's not something that the coach is going to be very happy with.
And it was as they had just gained a turnover that Delaware turned over the puck and they were entering the zone again. And so Westchester with a man in the box for 2 minutes. Delaware wins the draw. Mazzella sends it around to Pierce Lamberton in the near side corner. He gets stripped of the puck nicely there by Westchester, but his clearance attempt is blocked by Lamberton. And now here's Michael Niski, one of the leading scorers, returning for Delaware. He passes it off, and now at the blue line, it's back to Lamberton, who skates in with a forehand shot. It's blocked in front, and Westchester sends it the length of the ice. 1:30 left to play in this period, in the penalty. And now Delaware trying to get out of the zone. A good body check at center ice, or the center of the Delaware zone, as they cough up the puck. But now skating up ice is Michael Niski. Niski with a left-handed shot forehand. It gets deflected wide to the right. We have another penalty coming up as the referee has his hand raised. It's a slash, and we'll see who's going to go to the box. A slash inside the Westchester zone. And it looks like they're escorting another Ram to the penalty box. So Johnson gets sent to the box for a slash. And it's Michael Rorty who's in the box previously for a trip. It looks like Delaware may have gotten away with a trip there as the shot came in. It's blocked in front. Delaware on the two-man advantage for the next minute and 15. Into the far corner. They run the power play. Still, it's 5-on-3. The centering pass comes in. Delaware scores first. It's Chris Mazzella who fires it top right corner on Brandon Colgan, and the Blue Hens lead 1-0.
Yeah, some good work down the left side there on that power play. Delaware had a little three-man operation going, some triangle passing. They really had Westchester scrambling down low in their zone. Threw it at the net, got a quick rebound, and stuffed it right up top.
Rorty is set free, but not after Delaware scores to make the damage as hurtful as possible. Westchester wins the draw at center. 13-15 to play in the first period as the Rams just dump it into the far corner. It was touched, so there's no, well, they're still on the power play, so there's no icing. Delaware trying to clear it out of their zone. They're skating up. This is Kevin Felice. Felice's brother plays at Rutgers. Skates into the far circle. Backhands it off the boards. And here's Ian Anderson, one of the defenders. He passes it across the blue line. And now into the corner. Back out here to Anderson, the left-handed stick. Near side blue line. Passes it into the corner. And now back into the corner more. Delaware centers it off the assistant's stick and out of the zone. And Anderson comes back to get it. He trips himself at his own blue line. Delaware tries to gain the zone. Anderson stops it again, and he sends it to the far side. Delaware in the neutral zone now. They're able to get past one man, and now a far width of the ice pass. They get it into the corner. Centering pass is picked up by Horacek, who skates now. Left-handed stick up the right side. He's going 1-on-3, but burning time in the power play. He sends it in on goal. It goes wide to the right. And there are 12 minutes to play here in the first period. A long pass is gloved down by Horacek at center ice. And now a shot comes in. It's deflected off Tom Cole and into the far corner. Backhanded back into the zone. Centering pass. Shot. No, a good save. Colgan denies it. Near side now. Backhanded back into the zone. Curtis races for it in the corner. He takes a hit to get it back around. Here's Colby Yawler. Yawler in the far corner. Tries to get it out of the zone, and Westchester's killed the power play. It's 5-on-5 again. Delaware still leads 1-0 with 11 minutes to play here in the first. Westchester sends it into the zone. It's behind the goal of Ponticello. It comes back out, and Westchester's going to have to tag up, as it was Semetti who sends it back in. Into the far corner. Westchester's done so. And then a centering pass comes in. Ponticello was looking for it. He lost it for a second. It was in the slot. Back out to Semetti in the corner. Semetti puts it to the far side, and it's picked up there by the Delaware captain, Zadancic. Backhanded back into the zone. Delaware needs to change. Westchester will do so as well. Near side corner. The centering pass. Good 1-2, but broken up. Now on the puck. Far side, backhanded into the zone. Stopped there by Ponticello and sent all the way back into the neutral zone. The pass goes under the stick there. And then the shot comes in. Save made by Ponticello. The shot from Tyler Wingett. Far corner. All the way down. This will be icing as Westchester races to touch up.
A really good job there by Westchester. They had, they let up the goal on the 5-on-3, but they made it through the rest of the power play. Caught a bit of a break with a shot off the post by Delaware, but then after they got their fifth man back, that's the best offensive sustained pressure we've seen from Westchester so far tonight. We've
always known that you have better eyes than I do. Better eyesight, I should say. I still have the better eyes. Here we go. Far side. Face off. Won by Delaware, and they send it out of the zone. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry and they get to it. Here's the right-hander. The shot comes in. Save made on the pad by Colgan. And now racing up the left side is O'Brien, who sends it into the zone after he gains the red line. Ponticello sticks it into the corner. Here's O'Brien, centers it. Delaware wasn't sure what to do with it at first, and then they shovel it out to the far corner. Here's Hargaden into the corner. A couple of players fight for it there, and Delaware emerges with some possession. They clear the zone. It's off Delaware's stick, but before the red line, however, it falls to the stick of Colgan, who tries to pass it to his teammate. It's intercepted, but nobody's there for Delaware as they were changing. Here's Mazzella into the slot. The shot gloved down by Colgan. Looked like it may have going high anyway, but he makes the save and stops play with 9 minutes to play in the first period. Delaware still leading 1-0 thanks to Chris Mazzella's goal.
Yeah, the play has been fairly consistent since then. Again, neither side is really dominating. Delaware might be getting the better of the chances now. But Westchester, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from them so far.
Westchester wins the draw to Colgan's left, and a terrible pass in front, intercepted by Mazzella, and his pass was also as ill-fated as the first one. He tried to pass it to someone who might have a better angle on the goal, but instead he probably should have shot that. The puck finds its way all the way down into the Delaware zone in front of the Delaware bench, and we have a stoppage here, a penalty coming up. It's a slash in front of the Delaware bench, and we'll see who goes to the box. It's going to be Delaware and Ian Anderson, the defender. So Westchester gets the first power play of the evening tonight. Just under 9 minutes to play. 5-on-4 for the Rams. Face-off won by Westchester. They have it in the Delaware zone at the blue line. Here's Semetti, who skates along the blue line, then sends it into the near side corner. Here's Horacek, the lefty. He leaves it behind into the corner now. Westchester to the far side. Horacek gets it. He makes a move, passes it to the far corner, and now Semetti at the blue line looking for a shot. Kubacka passes in front, into the slot. Shot save made there, and then pouncing for the rebound, unable to freeze it, was Ponticello. It's back out for another shot for Kubacka. And Kubacka's not able to keep it in the zone. Neither is Semetti, who passes it back here. Here's Joey Kubacka. And he is stopped along the blue line by the linesman for offside. 8:17 to play in the first period, with just about 1 minute 20 seconds left on the power play for Westchester.
Yeah, some good puck movement there for Westchester. They generated a couple of chances. If they can move the puck like that on the power play, they'll be looking good tonight whenever they get a man up.
And we'd been told Kubacka may be the best player on the Westchester team. He certainly looks to be one of the outstanding ones, and the body is just a little bit bigger than most here at the Division I club level. 8 minutes to play. Delaware tries to clear the zone. It goes off the boards and up into the ceiling. We're going to have to get used to that tonight. No penalty for delay of game because it went off the boards first. They'll drop the puck to the right of the Delaware netminder, Ponticello. Delaware is still trying to make a change. That was one of the things that the coaches talked about before the game, is that they will allow changes because of stoppages of the ceiling. Face-off won by the Rams. Down by 1 goal on the power play at the blue line. Calling for the puck again at the point. And then the one-timer is whiffed by Hargaden, but the rebound in front, saved by Ponticello, and then the rebound comes back out for Delaware to pick up. Here's Niski with speed. He paces in, and the shot is saved there by Colgan on the pad. Westchester now regroups. Niski with the forecheck. And Westchester now getting it out of the zone. On the backhands. Picked up there by Delaware into the far corner. But chased hard. And now out in front, here's Kubatska, gets the rebound, makes a move, and Ponticello was there to knock it away for a second. Samiti with the rebound. He stalls for a second and then fires, and it's blocked in front by the Hens. Samiti keeps it in the zone, though. And now here's Kubatska, near side half boards. I'm sorry, that's a shot there from Hargaden, who had it at the half boards, and it's gloved by Ponticello. 7 minutes exactly to play in the first.
Again, you saw some good chances being generated by Kubatska. They have him playing that point position on the power play, as you see with some of the teams now in the NHL. Put an offensive man up there, get four forwards on the power play. It seems to be working for them. Obviously no goal yet on the power play, but that was a very good 2 minutes there from Westchester.
We're looking forward to the start of the NHL as well. It's still in the preseason. We may have seen the save of the year. I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if you can call a save in preseason the save of the year, though. It looked like Gordon Banks reaching back to stop Pele.
Yeah, I don't think preseason counts there, Og. The Browns one time were 4-0 in the preseason.
That's right. That's right. And the Super Bowl champions were 0-4 last year, or 1-3. I can't remember. Face off with just 2 seconds left in the power play. Won by Delaware. They sent it the length of the ice, but the penalty was over before they cleared it, so that should have been icing. They call it off, though, and Delaware's on the forecheck with Westchester with the puck behind the goal. They are not able to clear it for a moment, and then finally it skitters past the blue line. The Blue Hens can't come up with anything more creative than dumping it, and so into the far corner it goes. Westchester trying to break it out. They turn it over at center. Colgan watches it go past harmlessly into the near corner. Westchester and Delaware fight for the centering pass in front. Niski makes the shot, and it's deflected into the far corner. Delaware with it still, and then at the point, the shot comes in blocked, and skating out with it here, Westchester. They dump it in, and it's on 3 bounces, picked up by the glove of Ponticello with 6:03 to play in the first. Delaware finished the season ranked 25th last year under the auspices of John Donahue. And Westchester still looking to get ranked as we enter this season here. They used to be conference rivals in the ESCHL. Westchester has left the conference, and we'll get more into that later as we've dropped the puck here to restart play. Tyler Wingett now with the Rams, near side half boards, passes it across ice for Yawler, who can't corral the puck, and it's back out to center where Delaware has it. He's chased hard, though, and now Zdancic, the Delaware captain, sends it up ice. Westchester picks up the puck. At the far side, Zdancic with a hard hit, and now Wingett centers it, but it was just out of the reach of one of the Rams skating in the slot. Picked up by Delaware. Near side, half boards, skating in front. The pass eventually finds its way. Colgan makes the save right off his logo. He came out to shut down the angle well. Up ice ahead, it's outside the reach of one of the Blue Hens, and it'll go for icing. 4:58 to play in the first period. Delaware still with the 1-0 lead thanks to Chris Mazzella's goal.
Yeah, and sometimes those little things throughout the game that no one notices. You know, there was no shot on Delaware there that last rush, much thanks due to Mike Petrusoni on the Westchester. He had a great back check. The puck, he tied up his man. The puck eventually got through to a D-man who couldn't put a good shot on net. But that's the little things that you have to do to stay in games like they're doing right now.
Face-off won by Westchester inside the Delaware zone. They're able to put in a wide shot, but it comes back out to the point and back out to center now. Here's Leo Flick, who sends it in, wraps around near side to far. Rorty up against one of the Blue Hens. It's picked up there by Leo Flick. Flick gets taken down. It looks like he may have just fell. And here's Mazzella, the goal scorer. Up ahead across the blue line, gives it to Niski. This is the top line for the Blue Hens. Niski gets it back. Mazzella was calling for it, so was Patterson at the point, but they're unable to get it out of the corner yet. Good back checking there from Sept. And now Delaware emerges with it. Here's Patterson. He shoots. This shot save made it first, but then Mazzella picks up the rebound, and he scores to make it 2-0 Blue Hens with 4 minutes still to go in the first period.
Just a little bit of a defensive lapse there in front of the net for Westchester. They left Mazzella just for a split second wide open. That rebound bounced right to him, and he stuffed it home fairly easily.
Now, they had checked well in the corner, and eventually the pass found its way out to Patterson at the point. How much of that is on Colgan for the rebounds, and how much of that is on the defense, do you think?
It wasn't a terrible rebound, but you can't leave a guy right in front of the net like that. They didn't leave him for long, but that's all it takes is one split second. Came right to him, and he stuffed it right in.
Right, you leave Patterson open at the point, and then you leave Mazzella, the goal scorer, and one of the leading goal scorers returning for the Blue Hens, basically in the paint, and that's what happens. It's 2-0. Westchester down to the Blue Hens here in Newark. Face off at center ice to restart play. Here is Sept at the blue line, skates back into his own zone with it to buy some time, and now calling for it's Kubatska. Cross ice pass along the red line. Send into the zone. Westchester gains it well. Here's Horacek in the corner near side. He passes it up ahead to Kubatska. Back behind the goal. Good possession here from Westchester. Here's Sept. Back, and now here's Kubatska. Heck, is it stuck in his skates? The pass was a little behind him, and now Westchester defending a 2-on-1. It's a 2-on-2 now as Delaware holds up for a second. A great move at the far side circle, and a centering pass there. Comes all the way to the near side corner, and harmless it goes. But that was an interesting move from Kevin Felice. And now Felice gets the turnover. He's chased hard here. It's Tyler Sinnigan into the near corner. Now 4 players vie for the control of the puck. They get it away from Felice, and now Curtis emerges with it. Here's Kubatska. Kubatska along the blue line. He's carried it away end to end. And now he skates behind the goal into the far corner. Kubatska with 2 defenders on him. He's still able to keep control into the corner. It skitters back out here to the blue line. And now into the far corner. Skating around with it is Horacek, who tries to get it in. And now he has control in the far corner. Back to Horacek, who skates out from the corner, looking to the point, and he's taken down. We're going to have a trip. Penalty coming up on Delaware, it looks like.
Yeah, that's going to be
it's a hooking call, actually.
That's going to be a 5-on-3 now for about a half a minute for Westchester. After the goal, we didn't realize at the time, they didn't even announce it until after the goal, there was an unsportsmanlike call on Delaware. And even with that, I mean, they kept the puck in Westchester's zone there for a good 45 seconds a minute. I don't know what the unsportsmanlike was. Maybe somebody went a little Conor McGregor on to the Westchester bench, but now they got a 5-on-3. See if they can capitalize for about 28 seconds.
So for the hooking call, Ian Anderson is back in the box. 2:20 left to play here in the first period. Calling for the puck. Winding up and then passing it. Here's Hargaden. Hargaden passes near side corner. Back out to Hargaden. In the slot, he shoots. Shot save made. Rebound. Score! Jack McKeever scores for the Rams to cut the lead in half.
Yeah, again, I mean, that's 5-on-3. They were moving the puck well. They had when you have more numbers than the other team like that, you outnumber them down low, and they get rebounds, which is what that was. He had an open net to fire right in.
And that is a costly penalty for the Blue Hens. An unsportsmanlike, as you said, Conor McGregor-like penalty. We'll have to find out more exactly what happened. It was lost in the shuffle of the second goal that Chris Mazzella scored. Delaware wins the draw. They send it all the way down because they're still fighting the penalty. Colgan plays it behind his goal for no icing. Westchester emerging with the puck. Far side boards. They get it here to Hargaden. Hargaden across the blue line at the center. And now flick. Back to Hargaden. Half boards. Intercepted there momentarily. And now Hargaden reclaims control. Here's Harry Lane. And now Hargaden shoots. It's off the skate of Zidansik, the captain for Delaware. Lane keeps it in the zone. It's off Zidansik's glove in the near side half boards. 5 players fight for it there. Zdancic gets control and is able to lift it across the boards. 1:25 to go in this first period, under a minute to go in the power play. 5-on-4 now for the Rams after scoring on the first power play, 5-on-3. Here's Rorty, gives it to Horacek. As good a time as any to tie the game. Horacek passes in front in the slot. Backhander there, and it goes behind the goal and covered up by Ponticello. It was Tiernan Senegan who was racing it on goal in the backhand.
Yeah, Westchester pushing hard for that tying goal right now. Obviously, to go into the first intermission with the score tied 2-2 would be very beneficial for them. The way they're playing, though, they definitely have momentum on their side right now. So if they can get one in a minute 05, that's something they would obviously be very happy with.
Eric Wolf would love to go into the first intermission tied up. I wouldn't say Delaware has dominated play, but they did have the 2-goal lead. And Westchester's had their chances they've been able to take, especially on the power play. Westchester now at the blue line, still on the power play. They backhand it into the zone. Horacek stops it behind the goal. And here's Petrachon at the far side. Horacek helps him there, but he's stripped of the puck. The clearance attempt is stopped by Senegan. Petrachon passes in front into the slot. The shot comes in, it's stopped, and the crowd cheers the clearance. And there goes the power play opportunity for Westchester. 24 seconds to play now in the period. Skating up quickly across center was Semetti. He fires it into the zone to dump it in. Delaware now with it in the corner. They lift it out of the zone. Careful to keep it low. Below the low ceiling here, Mazzella chases Colgan down. Colgan plays it now. Centering pass in front. Shot. Save made by Colgan, and in the far corner it goes. And that's the end of the period. Delaware with a 2-goal-to-1 advantage. Chris Mazzella scores both for the Blue Hens, but Westchester claws one back on the 5-on-3 with Jack McKeever's goal, the freshman out of Philadelphia. We'll be back here on Westchester University's coverage of the Division I Golden Rams men's hockey team in just a moment. It's Delaware 2, Westchester 1.